Tyreek Hill, Stefon Diggs, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Hi again, everybody. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com. Welcome into Cincinnati Bengals Talk. And yes, the Bengals have a talented wide receiver unit led by Jamar Chase, then T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd as well. And when you look at it and you look at what these wide receivers are getting paid, the latest of which, Stefon Diggs signing a 4-year, $104 million extension with the Buffalo Bills. That includes $70 million guaranteed, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. It's concerning, right? It's concerning about the future. Will the Bengals be able to pay Jesse Bates, who we'll have more on at some point, pay Joe Burrow, pay T. Higgins, pay Jamar Chase, pay all of these guys, Logan Wilson coming up, all of these young players that they've drafted, that they've developed, and that are blossoming right before our very eyes. Let's start with T. Higgins, because T. Higgins, the clock already ticking. He's coming off of a 1,000-plus yard season, obviously played big for the Bengals as a rookie and is extremely capable and has proven to be a steal with the 33rd overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. But, well, he's going to be extension eligible after the 2022 season. And when you just follow the breadcrumbs of what these receivers are making, you look at his agent, David Mulligetta, who is known for getting his guys paid. He's also Jesse Bates' agent. And it looks kind of tough, right? It looks kind of tough because of everything else that's looming next offseason, right? Logan Wilson's going to be extension eligible, but more importantly, Joe Burrow. And so that's the part of it. How do these extensions, Stefon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, we can throw him in there. All of these guys that are getting $24+ million per year, how does that impact T. Higgins? Because if you're T. Higgins, you're young, you're going to be a free agent at 23 years old. You're going to be 3 seasons in, essentially, 23, 24 years old. No, I'll be 24 because he's got 2 years left. But you're going to be 4 years into your NFL career. That's you want to get paid. And that's what the Bengals have to look at now is, can they do it? Can they get it done with Higgins and Chase? Tyler Boyd, I hate to say it, it seems like he's going to serve these next 2 years, play these 2 years with the Bengals. I don't know if he'll sign an extension past that. We'll see. Maybe they're able to get him at a discount because he'll be, entering another phase of his career potentially. That being said, when it comes to Higgins, I think it's much, much easier said than done. And I'm not trying to panic anybody, but Higgins is the one of the two between him and Chase, even though Chase, I think, is the better player, the more explosive player, the guy you prefer of the two. Chase is under team control for 4 more seasons, right? So they have 3 more years on his rookie deal. Then they have a 5th-year option. I'm 22, 23, 24, 25. So he's not extension eligible until after the 2023 season, but let's say something doesn't get done and he wants crazy money. Well, you still have him under team control for the next 2 years because of that 5th-year option. The Bengals don't have that luxury with T. Higgins. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they navigate this process. I'm not really worried about Chase yet, but getting a deal done with Higgins is something that needs to be on the radar now. And maybe they're able to strike, and maybe they're able to get a team-friendly structure while also getting T. Higgins paid and getting him his money. That's obviously the goal with any of these potential deals. But man, let's say Higgins goes out there and has a 1,400-yard season, a 1,500-yard season, and just takes another step in his development. Maybe the Bengals offense is just awesome and they have two 1,500-yard-plus receivers. He's going to want the bag, and he should. And so it's a pivotal season for T. Higgins because he could put himself in that elite group because I don't think he's there yet. I don't think he's on that level. I think he's really good. I think he's above the, Marquez Valdez-Scantling type guys who signed with the Chiefs, right? He signed, I think it was $10 million plus per year. But right now, would he be in the $15 million a year range? Probably. But if he has a huge year, he could ask for $20 million plus and do it with a straight face. And so that is something to watch here. And honestly, if he does that, that's great because that means the Bengals are probably winning games. And so that's the part of it. It's not like I'm saying root against T. Higgins. Of course, you want T. Higgins to play at a high level, but at the higher level he plays, the more money he's going to want. And that's going to be the not the dilemma, because again, it's a good problem to have. It's champagne problems, right? But that's going to be the challenge for the Bengals in this front office. over the next couple of years because the salary cap's going to go up, but players are going to want more money. And the wide receiver market's starting to explode, which is another reason why the Bengals got it right with Jamar Chase, 5th overall. You see what teams are willing to pay for a freak athlete like that can be a complete game changer. So, not as worried about how this impacts Jamar Chase's future. Still got 4 years of team control with him. T. Higgins, on the other hand, well, he's only got 2 years left. They only got 2 years left of team control. Of course, they could use the franchise tag and all that, but the franchise tag for receiver is going to be big-time money, and it's not as beneficial versus, franchise tagging Jesse Bates, for example. So, going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Just want to put it on your radar. I know there are a lot of fans that tweeted me about it. I'm not panicking by any stretch, but it is something to monitor, and I certainly think the Bengals can keep Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, but they're going to have to balance it a little bit, and it's going to be interesting to see how he plays this year because he can really solidify himself. Let's say he makes a Pro Bowl team, right, or an All-Pro, and takes that next step and really establishes himself as that. It's, he could be asking for a Brinks truck or two. We will have the latest on that. Speaking of Brinks trucks, we're going to talk about Jesse Bates as well in the coming days here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk because, well, there's a dilemma there as well. So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. We're working on some draft guests, and Cincinnati Bengals Talk CBT, it's your number one spot for all things Bengals here on YouTube. For our channel coordinator, Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien, signing off for now, right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk.